Well, greetings, everyone. Here we are again. And thanks for your for your supportive emails and doing this. It makes it all worthwhile. So I really appreciate that. And today we're going to do from a collection of two tracks. It's called B-E, like be still and know that I'm God. And we're going to do the second one, which is just about 20 minutes. Well, it's a little over 20 minutes, so it's a relatively short track, but it's very powerful. And yeah, let's see if we can go translucent. In other words, just sense beyond the exterior exterior reality of what we think is going on and see at a deeper level that's present all the time. Okay. And as Jesus said in my most recent favorite gospel, the Gospel of Thomas, that was lost for 2,000 years, and they found it in a jar in out in the Egyptian desert near a little town in a clay jar. I mean, very Raider of the Lost Ark sort of thing. But it's amazing gospel, and it doesn't have any stories, the resurrection or crucifixion or miracles. It's just like somebody was there taking notes, and it's very early, so probably closer to the source, at least as close as Mark, which is considered to be the earliest gospel. Um, but you didn't come here for a lecture on the history of the holy books of the New Testament. I'm pretty sure. So anyway, but in the other gospels, he says the kingdom of God is within you. Well, in this gospel, he says the kingdom of God was in you and without you, and it is here on earth. So the kingdom of God is inside and it's outside. And normally, it seems to be the pattern of things that we have to go inside in order to open our eyes and just see what's around us, see the the kingdom. And then, of course, that's using really old, archaic, languages. We're not so much into kingdoms anymore, but the presence of the divine, that when our eyes are open and our hearts are open, we can sense and we can feel, we can see and we can taste, and we know that we are home. So let us that presence, that everywhereness of the sacred be the focus of our meditation, and just focus on your heart right here. And just go in. You can ask for help. It's okay to pray and ask for help in meditation, because as those of us who meditate, it can be challenging at times. So just ask for help, and then just sit there in the silence and just say, help me to see the kingdom. Help me to see the sacred, the divine mystery, both inside me and without me. And that's enough. So without further ado, let's get rolling here. Again, this is like 20 minutes, and it entrains the brain to the brainwave alpha, which is not too low, uh, really a very focused and pleasant brainwave state. And it's when we get into, reading a great book, or we're really focused on the task at hand in our writing and our creation and our music. Often the brain is manifesting a lot of alpha. And in the early days of this technology, the brain entrainment technology, everybody thought that alpha was the ultimate meditation track. But then they found out that a lot of people, the masters, were even going lower than that. But nevertheless, it's still a very powerful brainwave. So I will cease to speak now. Well, welcome, welcome back. Uh, that was lovely. I had a few technical difficulties, but God is in the difficulties too. So there's nowhere to go except there. And very powerful. And what's resonating with me right now. Well, a few days ago, with the Deep Transformation podcast, we had a conversation with Marianne Williamson. And I don't know if you've heard of her or not, but she's been a teacher, a spiritual teacher. She's done a lot of work with the Course in Miracles over the years. And I think I turned on the Course in Miracles through Roger Walsh, my co-host, who, with his wife, wrote several books on condensing the Course in Miracles. And here we have, and she's also running for president of the United States. And so she was bringing that up, and it was amazing. I don't know what I was expecting, but she really touched me deeply. And do I think she has uh, a chance in heaven of becoming the next president? No. Well, what do I believe? I believe that her ideas have a great chance in influencing the world and saving the world if we pay attention. Because as the sage said, there's nothing more powerful than ideas of time have come. So yeah, we need to support her in her work. And she just talked about how difficult it is to be in politics and run for president. I mean, it's we should just be so ashamed of ourselves. That's how low the political uh, game and democracy has gotten. And I won't I won't point fingers. I'll let you point your own fingers. But yeah, there's blame to go around. And it's just, I mean, I think that democracy is the hope of the world. Freedom, the freedom to evolve, the freedom to become who we are, who we can be. And we need a system that will support that growth. And one of the things she said, I think she might have been paraphrasing Course in Miracles, it says the one thing that's lacking in any situation that we're confronted with is what you can do. So with that, the only thing is lacking in any situation is the part that you can play, the part that you can do, which is remarkable. It's challenging. I think it's easier just to give up hope and go, wow, I'm just a poor little nobody and I can't do anything, and blah, blah, blah. And then go, no, the only thing is lacking in this situation is what you can do. So taking responsibility. And she also said that when she'd really get in trouble in her life is when she didn't walk her talk. Sit with that for a moment. Don't walk your talk. And I have a pretty good talk. I talk about finding your path, finding the meaning of your life, doing that, waking up, dedicating yourself to an integral practice that works your mind, your body, your spirit, your shadow stuff, and deepens and focus on your spiritual development. And you put all that together, and you do that, and that's doing your part. That's taking responsibility as a person, as a creature, as a being, as a part of this big whole, and looking up to do what you can do. And when I do that, I'm okay. It doesn't mean that everything always comes up roses and there's not pain and there's not tragedy and there's not stuff that happens. But when I do what I know I'm supposed to do, and when I know what I try to do, what I try to encourage other people to do, I do much better. Somebody once said, when you're pointing a finger at someone, you have like three coming back at you. So it's double the responsibility, the karmic uh, weight of what you're saying that's coming right back at you. And I like it that way, frankly. I want to be challenged. I want to know that I have something I can do, I can be a part of. And you know, when I don't know what to do, I can enter into the silence and say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I would like any guidance, like any, that deeper part of myself and of all ourselves, that where the higher self resides and the voice of wisdom resides is there. If we just cultivate space for it and we listen. And then we'll find out what we're supposed to do. Or if we don't, well, then we just have to keep on carrying on and we're kind of off the hook. But when you know what you're supposed to do, you better do it. Okay. So, yeah, and that's going to be that conversation with Marianne Williamson on deep transformation. I encourage anyone who's hasn't visited the website yet to go, because it's been my postgraduate education. It's just been great. We're talking to some just incredibly deep and enlightened people, and we seem to be able, Roger and I and the team seem to be create a space that, I don't know what it is, but it feels safe for people just to really open up and be themselves and speak from their deepest self. And we've had people going through great personal crises and they just let it out. Somehow it feels safe and that they're being heard respectfully and with compassion. So that's a big part of it. But we're going to be releasing that right away. Marianne wrote some deep transformation, and it's about so much more than politics. And you see a good woman doing her best, who's also very humble. And in no way is she trying to put on the thing that she's perfect and she's never made any mistakes. I mean, she's like the rest of us. We do the best we can. And the wise man said that spiritual progress is made one body length at a time. Fall on your face, get up. Fall on your face, get up, and eventually, you get in the right direction. So it's okay. And we probably learn more and gather more wisdom from our mistakes and our successes. Though I had no problems with successes, those are pretty cool too. So the only thing is lacking in this situation is what you and I can do. So do what you can do and find out what that is. And you can go to outside sources and all that, but ultimately you have to go inside. And one of the things about this technology is it allows us to still our minds and our bodies enough so that deeper part of us can consciously manifest itself. It's always there, but we're just too busy sometimes to actually hear it and feel it and heed it. And then of course you gotta do what you can do. And when you're doing that, you're walking in a good way. You're walking in a holy way. My Native American teachers, you're walking a good path. They call it the good red road. When you're following the Creator and honoring the ancestors and living your life for all your relations, and who are all our relations? Well, everything, every molecule in the universe, everything is our relation. So we live to support and love and help others survive and grow and prosper. And in doing that, we get back what we give. So anyway, you guys, I love you and thank you for being here with us again. And remember this conversation with Mary and the Deep Transformation podcast, which you can get anywhere you get your podcasts. And if you don't, I'm sure you can figure out how to get a podcast. It'll be there. And it would be good to repost that and get the message out and absorb it. And they're doing some work out here, but it's a good conversation. What I do these days is get a notebook and take notes when I'm listening to one of these masters share their wisdom. So that's a good little tip too. So enough already. Thank you so much. Big sacred hug. Love you guys. Thank you.